My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
You know, I don't like that. That's all I
Okay.
was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body
You
parts,
just wasn't
but
looking at
that's
my
not
eyes.
what it is. No,
That's
I was
all
looking at the
pointing
hair on
out.
your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
All right,
so that's
cool.
all good.
Let's move on.
Okay.
So we do still have 3 unpop, but she looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Do we still have 2 balloons?
No.
Okay, let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, complimenting them. So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started what was going on, I'm very, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax.
Hey cousins, welcome back to my channel. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so you can know every time I post. Cousins, as you can see from the clip, we have Plankston himself here to show us how it's done. Nah, his name is not Plankston, but so initially when I saw the video of this happening, I was like, he is a little sassy. He is giving a little too much. It was a lot going on, right? But there was so much to unpack after this episode, okay? This man is not who he says he is. First of all, his ex came out. MTR tried to interview him. And a lot of you, if you don't know MTR, please go look him up, all right? Women especially. The Queen of Accountability also found out some things about him. It's really a turning point. Like, this show, I feel like, is really entertainment, but I don't understand why women even go on the show. To be very honest, it's just very degrading. This man's going on there telling them about how they're not qualified, and we all can look and see he's not qualified for a lot of things, but nobody's talking about that. But anyway, cousins, we have a lot to unpack here. Let's get into it.
Let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome. I'll have you hold this. All right, if we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm 29.
29, okay,
Yes.
and what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay, very cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous. And has a career going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous.
Oh my God! Wow!
Not cleanly. Don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
Okay. All right. So we did get a pop balloon. Let's go
Okay.
ahead and go on over there and see what's going on.
Yes.
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say the pop in the balloon popper. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead. All right. We got to pop over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Jara. I'm 22.
Okay. And why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made didn't really. I like a more humble person, not someone that responds so defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it. I didn't really necessarily like
That's
how you
fine.
responded.
Hey, I could just
Yeah.
all I can do is be honest.
I mean,
you know,
yeah, be honest,
I
be
came
authentic
over
self.
here to,
That's okay.
to find a match
Sure.
that wasn't matching. That's
Sure, I
all,
mean,
Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Sure.
And she someone that's your type?
She all right. You know, you're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No disrespect
You know,
taken.
but if I seen you in public, I wouldn't reach out to.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lex, and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, like how you, like, I don't know, arrogant, a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant. You know, she asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, you know, it's contrary to the truth. So
Of course.
that's all I can do is just state what I see. That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah. Also, what I have to say is, it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently. But that's all I have to say.
But one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking. You know, I'm just going to tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know, the
Cool.
one that is it, I'm going to let it be known.
Okay.
You know, for surely, yes.
Respectful.
All right. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Brianna, 26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on their
Don't do
arms.
too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
You know, I don't like that. That's all I
Okay.
was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body
You just
parts,
wasn't
but
looking at
that's
my
not
eyes.
what it is.
That's
No, I was
all
looking at the
pointing
hair on
out.
your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
Alright,
so
that's
that's
cool.
all good.
Let's move on. Okay. So we do still have 3 unpop, but she looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay, though, Queen. You look phenomenal, though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to. Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Oh, well, I could look anyway. I could look anyway. I could look any way I want to. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah. Do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart.
Okay.
You already been. I already let you know. I'm not interested in. You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways.
Okay. So he's saying get your balloon back, but how you feeling him?
I'm not going to get my balloon back.
Okay.
All right. No problem. So we do still have 2 balloons.
Yes.
Do we still have 2 balloons? No. Okay, let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, you know, complimenting them, you know? So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started, what was going on, I'm very, like, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Yeah. Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
So, and I do real
hold on.
estate
I live
and property management.
I live
So what you
downtown.
do ain't
I live
nothing compared to
downtown.
me.
I stay by myself, Queen. You know, and you're not even qualified to be even
You
dealing
say
with
everybody
me.
not qualified.
You definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You
And the
ain't
one
my
that you
type.
wanted popped
if I
her
seen,
balloon.
that's fine.
So what?
That is totally fine.
Okay.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
yeah,
man
you can't
off
do
camera.
that. You
Let's
can't do
move on.
that
Let's
though,
move
baby.
on.
Yeah,
Let's
in a real
move on.
way. You
Let's
can't
move
do
on.
that though, Queen.
All right. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 23.
Okay. And Esther, you still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done with the rest of that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, now we can talk, right?
in a real way.
Okay. What do you look for?
I look.
What are
for
you looking for?
a woman, like I said, that's not going to be promiscuous. A woman that's going to be consistent. A woman that has a career and things going for herself. Because I had the same thing going for myself.
Okay.
You know, as well. I don't need a woman to give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty. That's all. And some honesty.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, certainly. Yes, ma'am. I'm a God-fearing man. I practice monotheism. You know, I won't tell you what I identify as religion-wise, but we can get to that at a later date and time, you know,
can.
if you choose to leave here with me.
Okay. Do you know the Bible says that love is kind?
Yes, certainly.
Are you here for love or are you here to just
I'm
insult
trying to
everyone?
create a family, you know.
Okay.
That's what I aspire to do.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You're good?
Sure, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, we might as well get up out of here right now.
Well, let's
Yeah.
step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All right. So seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it gonna be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you
It's
for her?
gonna be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we go.
His name is Aaron. Aaron is my ex. We dated for a few months and it didn't last very long. And let me tell you why. He is like insane. It's like he has that little person talking to him in the corner of his shoulder at all times. Like he's making up constant stories in his head about like that I'm cheating on him, that he's got to watch his back, that I have guys in my apartment at all times, and that I'm cheating while I'm at work. When I work in a clinic full of women, by the way. So let's take it back to the beginning. So again, we met. I lived in Arizona. He lived in New Mexico. And he said, oh, I have a friend that lives in Arizona. I was actually just there. I was like, oh, dang. Well, whenever you're down here again, let's grab dinner or whatever. He's like, all right. He ended up coming, and his plan was to end up moving to Arizona anyway with his friend, right? He ended up at my house so much anyway that I was just kind of like, I mean, you kind of already live here. His clothes was there, everything. So I was like, fuck it. Just, you know, that was my mistake. So my mom ends up making dinners for us all the time. We're Mexican. We make huge dinners. And the first time he went, he met the family and everything was cool. But when we left, my mom called me and she said, are you okay? And I said, what do you mean, am I okay? She said, well, I see something in his eye, like he wants to hurt you or like he wants to control you. I don't know how to tell you because I don't want you to think that I'm crazy. But I'm just telling you to be careful and really think about if this is the guy that you really want to be with. And I was like, well, I mean, it kind of is already in motion, you know, it's already happening. So then my mom invites us over for dinner again. I think it was the next day, and we play loteria. And I guess he was just like, no, I don't want to go. Like he started little by little, kind of not wanting to be around my family. And I don't know if he noticed that my family didn't really like approve of him or whatever. I'm not too sure. But anyways, that was a red flag number one. It's kind of like he was already trying to distance me from my own family. You know, like the only protection that I have had is from my family, and he was trying to move me away. So when I first started talking to him, I was talking to other people, as in I had a lot of guy friends. And I don't hang out with too many girls because sometimes it can get overwhelming and a lot of drama can start. So they would still text my phone, and of course I talked to somebody else before I met him too. It kind of just ended up going in the direction with Aaron. And so they would text my phone, and he would check my phone every few hours. Every time a vibration would go off, every time I'd get a notification, he's looking at me like he wants to like literally do something to me. I don't know what was going on. It's just that look in his eyes, and you guys know because you have seen that look in the Pop the Balloon game, like this video that went viral. So he starts checking my phone every few hours. He starts to track my location. I gave him my location on my phone because I was like, I have nothing to hide, right? And I'm always either at work with him at home or with my family. So go ahead and go to part 2. Starts to distance me from my family. He starts to track me. I give him my location because I had nothing to hide. Every time I would walk by the window, my location would show that I was outside. So he'd call me like, what are you doing outside? Who are you messing with at work? Why aren't you working? Like, that controlling, right? Then he starts doing pop-ups at my job, and it got so bad because he would show up in his work truck while he's supposed to be at work at my job that my supervisor had to keep watching me. We had to basically, like, everybody had to walk me to my car after work to make sure that I made it. And the girls would text me, hey, did you make it? Again, it's a clinic full of girls. So that was a red flag number 2. And then one time I walked outside to the cafeteria and he calls me and he's like, how did I know you were outside? So that in my head was like, circles are already turning. I go to my car to see if he put a tracker because he is capable of doing some shit like that. And I couldn't find anything. And then he pops up at my job like, don't break up with me, don't do this, like, I'll change. I thought I was going to catch you doing something. And I was like, how did you know I was outside, right? He said, I put my extra phone tracking you in your car and I left it on record because I was expecting to record you doing something, as in cheating on me or like messing around in your car. And I was like, I was done. After that, I was completely done. I said, get your stuff, get out of my house, and come bring me my key. And he was like, no, I'm going to change. Whatever. I went home. He was still there. He was like, let's try to work it out. I was like, you know, he already lives with me. He moved here, like, whatever. And it was going, I was going to do it so bad. And then he went to go get coffee for me or something from Starbucks. And he was like, something's wrong with your car. And I was like, what do you mean something's wrong with my car? He's like, yeah, it started to act weird. And I was like, okay, hold on right there. My car, I have a 2019 Dodge Challenger. It's been perfectly fine. I kept up with the oil. I don't understand. All of a sudden, you're driving it and something's wrong with it. Go to part 3. He was like, yeah, your car's acting funny. I was like, no. At that point, I was like, already get out of my house. Like, I don't want you here. You ain't paid one bill. You put $20 a light one time. And maybe you spent like $30 on groceries because I was going to cook dinner one time. But my mama always told me, do not allow a man to come into your home and pay any bills because then he's going to feel like he has the right to either stay there or like, oh, I paid the rent. I live here too. But in all reality, everything that I had gotten was mine and I didn't allow him any part of that. So I was like, all right, get out, whatever. He leaves. He still tried to contact me. I was like, no, get out. I grabbed my car. I went to my mom's house because I didn't want him to try to come back and to try to convince me. And that's what brings to like my mind all the time. Like, you guys tell people in abusive relationships all the time, like, you need to leave, thinking that it's easy for these women to leave. And it's not. Like, yeah, they've gotten hurt or whatever, but these women are completely head over heels in love with these men. So it's not easy to leave. So I did what I thought was best. So I went to my mom's house right after. And he's calling me like, dang, you're already at somebody else's house. You're already cheating on me. I was like, whatever. And on my way to my mom's, I start to feel that my car is starting to shake. And I'm like, dang, like, what is it? I took it to 2 different mechanics that were like, it was the spark plugs, the ignition coils. I fixed that. And then I went to another mechanic because it started to shake again. And supposedly it was the same thing. They fixed that again. So I went to a 3rd mechanic and he's like, I think they might have put sugar in your gas tank, but I would need to take out the gas tank to make sure. And I was like, no, I don't think he would be capable of doing something like that. Whatever. So I couldn't find what was wrong with it. At this point, I had moved out already because I was so scared. My mom had let me borrow money because I needed to move out before my lease was up. So he didn't know where I lived. I moved apartments. So at this point, I went and got a new car. I went to the dealership and I got a new car. I changed my car. And when I asked him, hey, did you ever find out what was wrong with my Challenger? He said, yes, there was sugar in the gas tank. So this man that claims to be very godly and studies the Bible and, you know, practices this religion, put sugar in my gas tank, tracked my car, put a phone to record me in my car. And I would do things like say everything he needed to hear, like, yeah, I cheated on you. Like, because I was so scared of him being crazy. Like, this guy has a record. You guys don't know that. You guys really need to be careful who you make famous on this app. I don't want to say anything else because I feel like I already opened up a big can of worms. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer them, but I don't want to make this any more parts. So everybody keeps asking me, what was the purpose of you outing him or making these videos? And it's because I needed to bring awareness to a lot of women out there. He is constantly on different dating apps because this is what all the other girls are telling me, and they're going through the same situations. And you know, a master manipulator is super easy to act super sweet and very consistent, and then boom, it's like a switch triggers. There's this girl going around Facebook right now stating that he put his hands on her and that he's lying, telling everybody that she stole his wallet. She's already contacted the authorities, and he like posted her and it was like, I'll give anybody $500 who has any information on her. You know, he's like that. He did that. He popped up with me at work with my family. Like, he's just gonna do what he wants to do or what he has to do to get what he wants. Now, update with me, he did make a fake profile. I think it's called your qualified. And he was commenting under some of my videos early this morning. He is blocked. I don't doubt that he's going to make other profiles. And basically he was giving out false information. And I mean, all the proof is there. I really have nothing to prove. And so that is the update. I am being careful. I am around my family. I'm not alone right now. And, you know, that is the end of it. I'm not bringing it up anymore. I have moved on. I just wanted to bring awareness to everybody around this situation or similar situations. He did not put his hands on me, but I knew he was going to with the way he already acted towards me. So I never actually got to see any of the money. I remember one time he like withdrew some money and he had like $20 in there, and he had to call his dad or something to like transfer money because all of his money was in a trust fund. But one time he was really mad at me, and through the text free app, because I had his number blocked, he texted me a picture of his bank account, which this is the receipt. His name right there, Aaron. I don't know what Pro Extra Member means. I have no idea what all of this means. Supposedly this was his balance on one account and this was his balance on another. Now, do I believe it? Not necessarily. Again, I didn't let him pay for anything because I didn't want him to have the right to any of the things that I own, but he would complain about spending $20 here and $20 there. So do I actually believe that he has that amount of money in the bank? I don't, but he is a licensed plumber only because I helped him apply for some jobs here in Arizona, and I actually know where exactly he works and everything. Like, I have his email, his credentials, everything. So he is a licensed plumber. I don't know if he's employed with the same company because I haven't kept up with him ever since I blocked him. I try to close that can of worms, but this is the answer to your question. Exactly, this is one of the reasons why I started to tell my story. And after I told my side of the story, so many women have came forward. Now, this girl I found on Facebook, well, it was sent to me, and she's basically saying that they hung out and he's going around stating he got $500 on whoever finds her because that she stole his wallet or whatever, but he actually physically put hands on her. You can see it. This is her original post. I just cropped her name off of it. I don't want to expose her. I don't want to put her in any danger. So this is the Facebook post. She says she works really hard for her money. It looks like she's a single mom as well, and that he's like airing her out to whoever. This is a picture of him, and that's her little story. If she wants to come out and tell her story, that is completely up to her. It did take me a little while to come out with my side of the story. I didn't know if I wanted to do it, but again, the reason why I did it was because I wanted other women to be safe. I wanted other women to feel like they can come forward to any type of experience of abuse that they have been through, and you know, I can keep showing you guys proof if you guys want, but that's that side.
I actually can't believe how many times this man has gotten away with these things. This is crazy. Honestly, anybody in a DV situation, speak up, speak up, speak up. You're probably scared. I know it's hard, but speak up. There's probably other people going through the same thing that can help you out. Unfortunately, sometimes people get help way too late. This young lady and the others were able to get it early. but sometimes things like that do not happen. Unfortunately, Aaron is still being left to do whatever he wants, and he's not being held accountable. So until he's held accountable for everything that he does, it seems like this will continue and continue with more and more women, because at this point, there are more than 20 plus women coming out with different stories about this man. And this is extremely sick. And this is how you know that they do not do any background checks when these people come on these type of shows. And they should start, because they will see that he has all of those cases under his name. How did no one catch that?
Let me remind you what he said about that GoFundMe money.
But God bless y'all. It's a GoFundMe in my bio. The only reason why I'm putting a GoFundMe in my bio is because somebody in the comments stated that they would like to help. If you would like to help, you're not only helping me, but you're helping children as well. When I go to this center and start advocating with them, if I could get, if I could get permission from the parents to have them on camera and speak about, some of the things that we're doing and we've been doing and working on, then I will certainly do that for you as well. And those of y'all being negative, y'all are miserable. I literally sat here and watched. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I went to sleep at midnight, and I seen people on the same post, the same person going back and forth with every comment. Get a life, man. Y'all are broke. That is why y'all stay broke. Get a life. Find something to do with yourself. You just did me a favor by tapping in. Thank you.
Wow. So in this video, he told you guys he was going to work with youth. And he'd get permission from the parents to post their pictures. And, oh, isn't the plumber nice? That is so sweet of him. He played y'all. He played y'all. How do you go from humanitarian work for vets and single mothers and fathers and disabled to at-risk youth, domestic violence victims? Pick a fucking lane. Pick a lane. When people are lying, they switch up the lie. They never say the same thing. They change it up.
If you think Esther was finna get some money up out of me, boy, she wasn't finna get a wooden nickel. One thing about me is I don't treat women. I court them. It's a big difference in a real way. And I'm going to court my wife and that queen out there somewhere, baby. If you watching this, hello, my man. I love you, and I'm waiting on you to. So after the show, me and Esther were having a conversation. And if Esther gave her number to Rhino, the proof is in the pudding right there. The proof is in the pudding. If you gave your number to Rhino, because Rhino's not the person. She gave her number or her Instagram or whatever to Chandler. Now, fellas, peep game right here. One thing is you never address another man about a woman's conduct. If this is your woman, even though she's not my woman, I did what I call a temperature check. I want to know what type of time is we really on before I start investing my heart, mind, body, and soul into you. Because when I find a woman, that's my problem. I'm a Cancer. I go into the situation thinking, this is going to be the last one. I'm going to make this work. I'm manifesting perseverance, trying to get it to work. But they always have a wandering eye. So they miss out about who I allow into my life. Because women do happen to like these big muscles, though. These big turtle muscles, though. Oh, wait. But yeah, anyway, turtles got the hardest shell. So I appreciate, all the love, all the hatred. But Chandler came up to her and he handed her his phone. Boom. He handed her the phone just like this. So I turn to look at her. Like I just said, you don't address another man. I turn to look at her. I said, that's what you doing, baby? She said, yeah. Oh, what? I turned around. You're disqualified immediately because you don't know what the prize look like. Your eyes still wandering. Baby, I found my match. We about to have a ball.
You kept a balloon and gave another guy your number. Forget back. You a girl's girl. I seen it coming. Me giving my number to another human being was not forget back. It wasn't. Am I a girl's girl? Yes, to an extent. To an extent. Y'all need to stop with that girl stuff. It's like, I'm my own person. Every woman on there is their own person. They agreed with each other because they truly felt that way, and it's completely fine. I agreed with them as well. The face that y'all see, I said I was not going to address this. So we're not going to address it. Why did you give another guy your number? Did you ever think the situation would go this far? I didn't think that I was walking away with the Usa kitoko vraiment. Merci, papa. Merci beaucoup. What made you choose him? Girl, I need your number too. I mean, apparently I'm giving it to the whole world, so you get a number. You get a number. You get a number. I already got it. What are you talking about? Did you guys make it to the first date?
No.
We didn't even make it to the door.
Bet you they walk off holding hands, and then the second they get out of camera, bye. Thank you.
That's not what happened. No, that's not what happened. Oh my god. Can't be giving other men number while being with him. You finna block me for that? I'm not gonna block you for it. It's your opinion, love. Where's my accent from? My accent's it's from like a lot of different places. It really is. That was kind of disrespectful, giving your number to another man while you got a date. And guess what Esther did? Apologized.
Cousins, that was a lot to unpack. So, first of all, before I get into Aaron, Esther, you giving another man your number was wrong. You had way more class on the show than you're showing in this little live that you're doing, and I'm just a little disappointed in that because, girl, you should know better. Why would you even give your number? Why would you even make me agree with Aaron? Like, come on now. Now, Aaron has been showing a lot of signs of crazy, as you can hear from his ex, and it seems as if this is something that he normally does because this is not the only woman that came out and said that he was violent or he did something to them. There's so many other women that I'm going to add into this video and others that I can't even add into the video because there are so many. If you go on the TikTok comments, if you go on comments on any videos, you're going to find at least 1 to 3 women stating that they dated him or they met him on a dating site. And I believe this is the scariest part for a lot of women. And this is why women are choosing the bear, because Aaron or a bear. At this point, the bear is more predictable. So after all of this happened, Aaron got online and he stated that he got terminated from his job. I'm going to insert the post here. Aaron posted on his Instagram, "All this clout chasing got me fired from work. Man, I really love plumbing and I am good at it. And they got that taken from me. Y'all are sick. They called the company 500 times and are messing up business." Now, Aaron was a little sassy on the show, but I don't think it warrants for him to get fired. I did not agree with that part. But with all of the other information that has been coming up about Aaron, oh yeah, Aaron, forget that plumbing job. First of all, check out the Queen of Accountability's video for all the details. But there's so many different things about Aaron that is not what it seems. All right. Now, Aaron also has a kid, okay, that he's not claiming. Of course, he's not taking care of it because he's not claiming the son. And the little boy looks just like him. I'm not going to post him, but he looks just like Aaron. So the fact that you have a son out here and you're deciding to not take care of him, that just speaks to your character right there. I'm actually shocked that Aaron was able to walk away with someone, but now seeing Esther and how she really is, I can see why she walked away with Aaron. It's all making sense. Esther, you give me that type. Everybody know the type I'm talking about. Yes, you do. So Aaron came on the show. He got with Esther. They didn't even make it to an actual date. He ended up getting outed that he lied about getting fired. He never really got fired from his job. His plumbing license is really not really a plumbing license for real. He has a child that he doesn't really take care of. He's a stalker. He harasses women. He has a whole bunch of DV cases going on. It's just a lot to unpack. Okay? And there's more, cousins. There's more. Let's get into it.
Okay, here we go. You can still talk while it's going, I believe.
So
Yeah.
this is the master bedroom. So this is the TV that he took off of my spare bedroom. Now this is my spare, I mean this is the master bathroom, which I keep full of expensive perfumes. That's his blood still on my mirror that I cannot get off. If anybody has a remedy or a way to get blood off, this is the damage. He cut my tubing. He stole everything from underneath there. Literally Febreze. That's how petty he was. He stole my Febrezes. He stole all of my cleaning products. And yes, he was posting me on TikTok. This is after I filed the restraining order. So yes, there were I did take all the proper steps. I was filing and telling them, "Hey, like
And
I need
hold
these
on, trusted
videos."
one. Guys,
Go
if
ahead.
you're looking at the photos at the end of this video, you will see a plethora of police reports. I called every one of those
There's my
cars and
restraining
verified.
order.
Hold on, honey. I called everyone, and there's the police report right there to all the
That's the
idiots who think
restraining
she's lying.
order.
The
Yeah.
restraining order. And then I think the police reports come at the end, all the cards and police numbers and all that.
Yes.
And this was the email about your garbage disposal that he took apart.
Correct.
Because, he's a plumber. So I know you didn't do it, but okay.
Yeah.
And then, hold on, honey. And then what is this?
So, I was
You have
in
to talk fast.
anxiety
These are fast.
classes, and when this happened, my anxiety just happened to trigger way worse because my social anxiety got very bad to the point where I could not leave my house because I was so paranoid because he was
And there are the
sending me,
police, guys. Hold on, honey.
and that's not
Bam.
even all of
I
them.
know that's not all. I wanted to give them at least 7. I think 7 examples should be enough for these idiots, right? Because a lot of them
Yeah.
don't believe you. I think that's 7 examples right there for you guys. So all those people that doubted this woman, please give her an apology. There's 7 examples. Do you honestly think the plumber is going to come back out there when he knows what's on him? Go ahead, boo. We got him. Go
Yeah,
ahead, boo.
so after all of this stuff being stolen, there was multiple police reports. I did take the proper steps. I did speak with like legal advisors as to what I should do because it was not only my home that was vandalized, he also vandalized my car. And what's sad is because so upon him stealing my phone, he had access to my banking information, my Amazon, and my DoorDash. Now, when he accessed my phone, he ran up my bank over $3,000. He tried to DoorDash alcohol in the amounts of $197 3 times. So I logged in from my son's phone and I was like, why can't we order food? It was declining my card and that the money was on there. And I kept saying, like, why is it not letting us order food? So that was like a red flag, like, but I didn't think anything of it because at this time we're still at the hotel. And so the next day, I'm starting to realize, everything coming together. It's him. He was gaining access, and you guys see how that notification living room. I had to install a high grade, expensive security voice home system that has sensors on every single window, every single door. I have more than 10 cameras installed all around my house, all around my car, around every single place in my home. So as soon as a sensor is messed with by my car or anything, all I have to do is get a notification. If I think that it is suspicious, I push one button and the local PD is alerted because I have had so many police officers out to my house. They have seen the harassment, they've seen the text messages that he sent from this text now app. Because when I first met this guy, now mind you, I don't give my real number to people when I first meet them. This is how he had the text now number for anybody that's thinking, well, how did he get a hold of you if he stole your phone? I also have the proof that I had to buy a new phone the very next day, which I also sent Queen of Accountability because he stole my phone. He hacked my iCloud. So the next day, even after me going to purchase another iPhone, I could not get into my iCloud because he had hacked that.
To conclude this Ponderosa, cousins, the turtle is shameless. Okay, he's walking around in turtle costumes right now, and he's using this whole situation for clout. He's stating that all these women are in love with him and they just want to bring him down. There's no way that every woman that ever dated you is all saying the same thing. The common denominator here is you, Aaron, Plumber, Plankston, Ninja Turtle, whatever you go by nowadays. You're the common denominator. Take care of your son, get your life together, stop coming on the internet lying, creating GoFundMes that are not correct, that you're not using the money for, scamming people out of their money. Didn't you say you had $100,000 in the bank? So why you need to scam people for a GoFundMe? Cousins, unpack your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel about the situation. Let me know if you saw this in real time. Do you really believe that Aaron got terminated from his job? Do you think that him going on the show even warranted him getting terminated from his job? Do you think he's a real plumber? Or what kind of Ninja Turtle? What kind of Ninja Turtle do you guys think he is? Like, comment down below, because at this point, are y'all picking Aaron or y'all picking the bear? Let me know. Bye.